Every human being wants success. Every human being wants respect. Every human being wants a better life. But most people spend their entire lives waiting for motivation, instead of building discipline. The truth is simple. Your future is not created by luck. It is created by your daily decisions. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is rarely intelligence. It is not talent. It is not background. It is not even opportunity. The difference is how they think, how they manage time, how they control themselves when nobody is watching. Most people wake up without direction. They react to life instead of designing it. They waste hours on distraction. They complain about stress. They blame circumstances. And slowly, year after year, they lose confidence in themselves. But successful people understand one powerful truth. If you cannot manage yourself, you cannot manage your future. Your mind is like a business. If there is no leadership inside it, chaos takes control. That is why focus is power. The world is full of people who start. Very few people finish. Very few people stay consistent long enough to become powerful. Success does not come from intensity. It comes from repetition. A small discipline repeated every day creates extraordinary results. 1 hour of learning every day can change your future. 1 year of consistency can separate you from thousands of people. But most people underestimate the power of small actions. They wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. The people who change their lives are the people who begin before they feel ready. You must stop asking, "What do I feel like doing?" and start asking, "What must be done?" That single shift can transform your entire life, because winners do not depend on emotions. They depend on standards. The greatest trap in life is being busy without being effective. Many people work hard but move nowhere. Why? Because movement is not progress. You can spend years climbing the wrong ladder. Effective people understand priorities. They know that doing fewer important things is more powerful than doing many meaningless things. Your attention is your greatest asset. Where attention goes, your life follows. If you give your attention to fear, distraction, and negativity, your life will shrink. If you give your attention to growth, learning, discipline, and purpose, your life will expand. The world rewards value. The more valuable you become, the more opportunities come toward you. So invest in your mind, invest in your communication, invest in your discipline, invest in your ability to think clearly under pressure. Never stop improving yourself, because the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. And remember this, confidence is not built by talking, it is built by keeping promises to yourself. Every time you wake up early, you build confidence. Every time you finish what you started, you build confidence. Every time you stay disciplined when life becomes difficult, you build character. Character is the real foundation of success, not money, not status, not popularity. A weak character destroys strong opportunities. That is why self-control is power. The strongest person in the room is often the calmest one. Do not waste energy trying to impress people. Use your energy to improve yourself, because real success is silent before it becomes visible. One day people will call you lucky, but they will never see the years of discipline, sacrifice, focus, and patience that created your success. Your life changes the moment you stop waiting for rescue. Nobody is coming to save you. You must become the leader of your own life. And the good news is this, you do not need to change everything overnight. Just begin today. One decision, one habit, 1 hour of focus, one promise kept to yourself. That is how transformation begins, not in one giant moment, but in small actions repeated consistently. And if you truly understand this, your life will never be the same again. Dreams are important, but dreams alone do not create success. Every person has goals, wishes, and visions for a better future. Many people imagine becoming wealthy, respected, healthy, or powerful. But the truth is that dreams without action remain only imagination. Your future is not shaped by what you want occasionally, it is shaped by what you do consistently every single day. Habits are the bridge between vision and reality. They quietly build your character, your discipline, and eventually your destiny. Most people underestimate the power of small daily actions. They believe success comes from one big opportunity or one perfect moment. In reality, success is usually the result of repeated behaviors practiced over time. Reading a few pages every day can create wisdom. Saving small amounts of money can create financial freedom. Exercising regularly can transform health and confidence. Small habits may seem insignificant in the moment, but over months and years they create extraordinary results. Your habits are like seeds, and your future is the harvest they produce. Bad habits work the same way. A few hours wasted every day may not seem dangerous, but slowly they steal time, focus, and potential. Procrastination, negativity, inconsistency, and distraction quietly weaken a person's future. Many people fail not because they lack talent, but because they repeat behaviors that keep them stuck. The danger of destructive habits is that their consequences are often invisible at first, but eventually, daily choices become permanent outcomes. Your life always moves in the direction of your strongest habits. Successful people understand that discipline is more powerful than motivation. Motivation changes with emotions, but habits continue even when feelings disappear. A person who builds strong routines does not depend on inspiration to take action. They train themselves to work, learn, improve, and stay focused regardless of circumstances. This is why habits create long-term success. They remove dependence on temporary emotions and replace it with consistency. Over time, consistency becomes confidence, and confidence becomes transformation. If you truly want to change your future, begin by changing your daily routine. Focus less on talking about your dreams and more on building habits that support them. A disciplined morning, focused work, continuous learning, and controlled thinking can completely reshape your life. Your future is being created right now through the choices you repeat every day. Dreams may inspire you, but habits are what carry you forward. In the end, your habits will always reveal the direction of your destiny. Success is often misunderstood. Many people believe success comes from talent, luck, intelligence, or powerful connections. But history repeatedly proves that lasting success is built on three foundations: time, focus, and discipline. Without these three qualities, even the most talented person can fail. With them, an ordinary person can achieve extraordinary results. Success is not created overnight, it is created through the wise use of time, the control of attention, and the discipline to continue when others give up. Time is the most valuable resource in human life because it can never be recovered once it is lost. Money can return, opportunities can return, but time never returns. Every successful person understands this deeply. They treat time with respect because they know their future is being shaped by how they spend their days. While many people waste hours on distraction and meaningless activity, disciplined individuals invest time into learning, improving, and building their goals. The way you use your time today determines the quality of your life tomorrow. Focus is becoming rare in the modern world. Most people live in constant distraction, giving their attention to social media, noise, negativity, and endless interruptions. But focus is power. A focused mind can accomplish more in a few hours than a distracted mind can achieve in weeks. Success requires concentration. It requires the ability to direct your energy toward one meaningful goal without constantly changing direction. The people who master focus become dangerous to mediocrity because they learn how to produce results while others waste energy on confusion. Discipline is what separates temporary motivation from long-term achievement. Motivation is emotional and short-lived, but discipline remains steady even on difficult days. Discipline means doing what must be done, even when you do not feel like doing it. It is waking up early when comfort says sleep longer. It is continuing to work when excuses begin to appear. The strongest people are not always the most talented, they are often the most disciplined. They understand that success is earned through consistency, not occasional effort. Time without focus becomes wasted activity. Focus without discipline becomes inconsistency. Discipline without direction becomes exhaustion. These three qualities must work together. Time gives you opportunity, focus gives you clarity, and discipline gives you endurance. When combined, they create momentum that can completely transform a person's future. This is why successful individuals protect their schedules, guard their attention, and build routines that strengthen self-control every day. Most failures in life are not caused by lack of potential. They are caused by distraction, procrastination, and poor habits. Many people know what they should do, but they never develop the discipline to do it consistently. They allow temporary comfort to destroy long-term progress. Success demands sacrifice. It demands the ability to say no to distractions so you can say yes to growth. The future belongs to people who can control themselves, while others are controlled by their impulses. A disciplined life may look difficult in the beginning, but it creates freedom in the end. On the other hand, an undisciplined life may feel comfortable at first, but eventually creates stress, regret, and limitation. Every great achievement requires patience and sustained effort. There is no shortcut to mastery. Whether in business, leadership, health, or personal growth, the process is always the same. Use your time wisely, protect your focus, and remain disciplined long enough to see results. In the end, success is not a mystery. It is a process built daily through repeated actions and intentional living. People who master time stop wasting life. People who master focus stop wasting energy. People who master discipline stop wasting potential. These are the real foundations of lasting success. If you can control your time, direct your focus, and strengthen your discipline, you can change not only your future, but the direction of your entire life. Most people believe their biggest problems come from outside circumstances. They blame bad luck, difficult environments, lack of opportunities, or other people for their failures. While challenges are real, the greatest limitation for many people is not external, it is internal. They never learn how to think effectively. Their thoughts are controlled by fear, emotion, distraction, and negativity. As a result, they remain trapped in the same patterns year after year, wondering why their lives never change. Effective thinking is one of the most valuable skills a person can develop. It is the ability to analyze situations clearly, make wise decisions, and focus on solutions instead of excuses. People who think effectively do not react emotionally to every problem. They step back, observe carefully, and ask productive questions. They train themselves to think with purpose instead of allowing circumstances to control their minds. This ability alone can completely transform a person's future. Most people spend more time reacting than thinking. They react to criticism, react to failure, react to pressure, and react to temporary emotions. Our decisions are based on impulse rather than wisdom. This creates confusion, poor judgment, and repeated mistakes. A reactive mind is always controlled by the outside world. An effective thinker, however, learns to pause before responding. They understand that clear thinking creates better outcomes than emotional reactions. One of the greatest reasons people stay stuck is because they never question their own habits of thought. They repeat the same negative beliefs every day. I'm not capable. I'm too late. Nothing ever works for me. Over time, these thoughts become mental prisons. The mind accepts repeated ideas as truth, even when they are false. Eventually, people begin living beneath their potential simply because they have convinced themselves that growth is impossible. Effective thinkers understand the power of perspective. They know that every challenge can either become a lesson or a limitation. Two people can face the same difficulty and experience completely different outcomes because of how they think about it. One person sees failure as proof to quit, while another sees failure as feedback for improvement. The situation may be identical, but the mindset changes everything. Your thinking determines whether obstacles stop you or strengthen you. Another reason many people remain stuck is because they confuse activity with progress. They stay busy all day but never stop to ask whether their actions are meaningful. Effective thinking requires reflection. It requires asking difficult questions. Is this helping me grow? Am I focusing on the right priorities? What is wasting my time and energy? Without reflection, people continue repeating ineffective behaviors while expecting different results. Distraction is also a major enemy of effective thinking. Modern life constantly pulls attention in different directions. Social media, endless entertainment, noise, and comparison make deep thinking rare. Many people never spend time alone with their own thoughts. As a result, they lose clarity and direction. Effective thinkers protect their minds from constant distraction because they understand that a distracted mind cannot build a focused life. Fear prevents many people from thinking clearly. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of uncertainty cause people to avoid risks and opportunities. Instead of making thoughtful decisions, they make safe decisions. They remain in comfortable situations even when those situations no longer help them grow. Effective thinkers understand that fear is natural, but they refuse to let fear become their leader. They make decisions based on values and purpose rather than temporary anxiety. Successful people train themselves to think long-term. Most people focus only on immediate comfort and short-term pleasure. They avoid discomfort today without considering the consequences tomorrow.